Hi, my name is Ashley Faust, and I am a music major, and I thought this class sounded fun. Anyway, so my presentation today is entitled, What Do the Insects Say? A Guide to Forensic Entomology, by me, Ashley Faust. So the first thing we want to learn about forensic entomology is, what is it? And we learned that it is the study of the insects associated with the human corpse in an effort to determine elapsed time since death. And that definition is given to us by Dr. Anderson in an essay I found this year in 2024. Why do we use forensic entomology? Studying the life cycle of certain insects can give us a better estimate as to when a death occurred. What kinds of insects do we find during the decay process? Some of the first insects that show up on a corpse are flies, which then produce maggots. Next, we have different kinds of beetles, and then even certain kinds of moths come into play here. And then we have the parasitic wasp, and that comes in, and this is from the article Corpse Fauna of 2023. So the first insect, like I said before, that arrives on the scene are flies. Some of the kinds of flies that arrive are the pioneer flies. Those arrive first. Then flesh flies arrive and give birth to maggots. Then comes the blowfly. And finally, the cheese flies and coffin flies arrive on the scene. And those are flesh-eating flies. And that's from Corpse Fauna 2023. And that is a picture of a flesh fly. The next insects that arrive on the scene are beetles. Now, there are a few varieties of beetles that show up. First are the rove beetles and hister beetles. Then come ham beetles and hide beetles. That was from Corpse Fauna 2023. And that is a picture of an adult hister beetle. The next insect to arrive are moths. And the main type of moth that comes onto the scene is the clothes moth. And that's from the article Corpse Fauna 2023 as well. Here's a picture of a clothes moth. And an interesting thing about the clothes moth is they actually eat the hair that is on the corpse. So they come in, eat the hair, and then it gets the body ready for the parasitic wasp to come into play. And those are also called parasitoids. There are a few different families of parasitic wasps, and parasitoids is what they're called. And that's an adult parasitic wasp. And then some of the stages of decay, the first stage is called the fresh stage, and that's when the flies come in. And then the second stage is called the bloat stage, and that is when the maggots hatch. And then there's dry decay, and that's when the dermestid beetles, that's another kind of beetle that comes and feeds on the corpse. That's when they get here. And that is, I learned that from an article by Manning, written in 2020. And that is a dermestid beetle larvae. Right, well, this is my bibliography. Just a list of the sources that I used to make my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.